Advertising 30 years in school learning software. Well, I see a lot of beautiful faces today. Okay, let's begin. It's already 6 o'clock, so let's kickstart the evening. Thank you so much to all of you for joining and spending this precious time with us. My name is Malubika, and I'll be the host for you this evening. I have a very, very special guest all the way from Australia, Mr. Graham East, joining us as well. He's the founder director for EdAlive. So let me just give you a little heads up of how typically this evening looks like for you. So I and my entire team are representing a company called India Market Entry, and this is our initiative, which is Notrol Training. That is Knowledge Transfer Link. That's basically just to educate you on the product and services that what we have already and how it can actually help you to upskill and uplift your current, if you're an educator, you're a reseller, you're a distributor, regardless of whatever background and industry that you come from, how you can benefit out of it. So we'll just wait for a couple of minutes for other people to join in and let them settle down. And interim, I'll just play a small video which will give you a glimpse about what is Spelling Force and what's the product all about. Just a quick 2 minutes video, and then we shall resume in next 2 minutes. Thank you so much.
Every teacher knows spelling is the foundation of language success. But drills can be boring and disengaging. That's where Spelling Force changes the game. Spelling Force is a complete online tutor and vocabulary builder designed for schools, tutoring centers, and teachers who want results. With 45,000 plus words aligned to NCERT and global frameworks, it helps students progress from simple phonics to advanced vocabulary. What makes it unique? Adaptive learning that finds every student's level. Indian and English accent voicing for clarity. Real-time reports and printable worksheets that save teachers hours. And an engaging game-based approach that students love. Now, let's walk you through a quick tour of how Spelling Force works. I would like to take few minutes to show you how to set up classes and students in EdAlive Central. You'll need to do this if you've got a free trial for any of the EdAlive online learning titles or you want to use those titles in your classroom day to day. On the sign-in screen, I need to enter my credentials. Now I'm in there, I need to add some students. It's very powerful and it ties together all of the EdAlive online learning titles. I recommend that you access the help information available on the top right under the name menu. When students start, the system quickly finds their level through an initial quiz. Words are then reinforced through engaging missions like X-ray emergency and major meltdown. For teachers, every activity is tracked. Word-by-word progress, mastery tracking, and real-time dashboards mean less admin, more teaching. With Spelling Force, teachers save time. Students stay motivated and schools see measurable results. Spelling Force, available now for schools and tutoring centers across India. Ask us today about a free trial.
Thank you so much for watching the video along with us. I hope it gives you a little bit of insight of what exactly that we're talking about this evening. So we'll just set some ground rules so you can obviously turn on the videos. We will allow you to unmute yourself and interact with us directly. That would be towards the later part of the call when you can ask your questions. You can let us know what was your experience, any feedback, any information that you're looking for. We'll be more than happy to address all the questions and queries towards the end of the call. We'll walk you through a small presentation and tell you how you can implement EdAlive and Spelling Force precisely in your day-to-day occupation or profession that you are actually in. you are a educator, you're a reseller, you're a distributor, you're a teacher, you are a parent, and how it's going to benefit you. It will give you an overall insight about it. Before we kick in, I have my team, Ayan and Vivek, also actively helping us to make this a wonderful, successful session for all of you. Please keep it interactive. And as and when, if you are stuck, if you are having any technical difficulties, if you're not able to hear me, or if you have any questions, feel free to type in the chat box and we'll assist you immediately. So to begin with, we'll start with the small presentation, and I promise I'll try to keep it as short as possible and utilize the time more talking to you and understanding what's your pain areas and how you can actually implement EdAlive or Spelling Force and help you to, outshine in this particular education industry. So, as I mentioned, people who have joined in right now, my name is Malabika and I represent a company, India Market Entry. And this entire presentation or this session is hosted by Notral Trainings. Now, what we do is we have partnered with several international brands who are precisely working into the education sector for more than a decade or so, and they're looking to expand and penetrate in India as a educational business. Now, what we're looking at is today is one of the most favorite product, especially for me, because I lead this entire project in India. That's called EdAlive. EdAlive has 6 different applications. It's a web-based solution, and one of them is Spelling Force, which is the hero product that we have to talk about this evening. So it's a obviously if it's a building profitable school partnership, and of course how you can do it we'll talk about as we move on this evening. So, moving on to the first ever slide, I would love to know who you are, and it will help us to address and kind of customize the entire session. And we'll start with the first poll of the evening. So, who is in the session? Please, Ayan, if you can launch the poll. So, if you're a teacher, you're a school representative, if you are an after school or a learning center, or if you're an education solution reseller. Please type in and select. Although I cannot see the poll option in here. Just a moment.
It's launched, Malavika.
Okay, it's not showing in for my screen. No worries. Thank you so much. So please fill in exactly what you resonate this evening. If you're a teacher, school representative, if you're an after-school learning center, or if you're an education solution reseller, or you're a distributor. We'll just a couple of seconds, and I cannot see the results too. Can you just let me know who's the winner?
So we are having 80% of the teachers who are in this session. Apart from that, we are also having 6% of school representatives. 14% of our attendees are from after school and learning centers, and 3% are education solution resellers.
Fantastic. So we have most of this, teachers who are joining in this evening. Thank you so much, teachers. I know you have been a really, really, hectic day and sparing this time. And thank you so much to all of you who have actively participated on this first poll. Now, a little bit of insight and history about EdAlive, which is very, very important for you to know that whom are you associating with, whom you are, actually who we are talking about this evening. So, EdAlive, it's an Australian edtech company which was founded in 1987, built by Graham, who is part of this call this evening as well. It took an immense, I would say, passion and a lot of hard work which has gone into this, building this over the period of time of 30 years that we have developed a school learning software. It's a trusted brand globally, especially focusing on the literacy and the numeracy. So we have most of all the applications addressing to English and mathematics being the most, I would say, liked and most hated by students because of the fear that they have evolved over the period of time. It's a product which is used across Australia, UK, and other markets, and launched and running successfully in India with IME. So we are the business partner, and you'll be interacting with the IME team very frequently once you're actually looking to onboard this product with for your school or for your students. The second poll of the evening is, what is the biggest challenge students face with English vocabulary? So is it limited vocabulary and word exposure? difficulty remembering correct spellings, trouble using new words in writing or speaking, low interest in practicing vocabulary and regularly. If it is others, please put it in the chat. We would love to know what is the biggest challenge that you see that your student face, especially with English vocabulary. Uh, India, across pan India, English has its different versions. People tweak it based on their requirement, depending on the kind of boards the students academically associated with. So it's a CBSE, ICSE, regional boards, or it is any international board that you're associated with. But ballpark, English is mandatory and is a part of a subject across pan India, regardless you're coming from a rural area or an urban area. So I would love to know who is the winner for this particular biggest challenge was the student face. Sorry, Anne, you have to help me again.
Yeah, sure. So it's a mixed one that I can see. So
Okay.
limited vocabulary and word exposure is 28%. Difficulty remembering correct spellings is 22%. Again, trouble using new words in writing or speaking, it's 22%. Low interest in practicing vocabulary regularly, it's 22%. And others also we are having 5%, which is mentioned in the chat.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
very, very interesting. So I think all of the above is would be the right answer, because we have a mixed bag of feedback which is coming across from all of you beautiful audience this evening. So let's move on to the next and how we can solve this challenge. So we are here to help you, to assist you, and make your life much more simpler when it comes to English. So let's talk about Spelling Force. Now, what is a Spelling Force? It's a fully automated game based spelling and vocabulary platform designed for schools and learning centers. It caters from ages 5 to adult, but if we stick to say a school scenario, it will be 5 to 15 that we can actually address. It starts from beginner to advanced learners, so it starts from as basics as phonics, alphabets, and also it actually advances towards I would say mastering English with lot of vocabulary. So we have made it a point that we have more than 45,000, and we're adding on as we speak as well, with structured verse for people or students to learn more and more. Now it is built for a classroom and lab and home use. Classroom and home use is a self-explanatory word, but lab is something I'm sure you teachers have experienced now, is a concept which is called as a lab learning. So English lab, mathematics lab. These are the labs who are actually easily adapt to these kind of learning materials. It of course covers and exceeds the NCRT requirements, which we have, or I would say, EdAlive team has been kind enough to make sure that it has been customized and actually tweaked as per the NCRT requirement, as most of our audiences are from CBSE and ICSE, and Indian and British voicing available. This is a very, very interesting thing that we have actually added a customized option wherein if you want to focus the accent which is British, or you want to focus it on an Indian accent to simplify. That helps when actually you have young users or people who are non-native English speaker. It helps them to understand and write those words. Moving on, it's a game-based learning with a high engagement. What I or my favorite is, I would say, which is adaptive learning. So what does adaptive learning means? We will talk about this at a later part of the call. But four interactive spelling modes which you should know, which is the quiz mode, look, listen, and learn, practice mode, mission based spelling games, and of course, it has a lot of different learning styles to make sure that we are engaging the students and retaining them with their interests so they can practice more, learn more, and they can come back to Spelling Force every time. Now, as I said, adaptive learning is my favorite, which is students are auto leveled. What it means is, say, if you have five students who are in different grades, some may be in grade one, grade two, grade five, grade six, depending on whatever the age appropriate they are. As soon as they log in, they will start with the basic. But as they advance in the learning, it auto levels automatically. That is the power of Spelling Force that we have designed. This obviously adjusts the difficulty level. So if you are a fast learner, you're adapting it faster, the difficulty levels increases automatically. And no, none of the words are too easy or hard, because based on your capacity of your understanding, you can actually utilize and I would say leverage the power of adaptive learning. Progression is only a mastery, obviously, and removes guesswork for teachers, which is, and I'm sure teachers will thank you later, thank me later, because this is, uh, I would say, make teachers life simplified, very easy, and how to kind of navigate. So the user, it's very very user friendly interface, which is helps the teachers to actually, I would say, elevate their scope of teaching. And of course, resale advantages are no teachers training headache. So as soon as you just get your username password, you can start logging in and start playing. So there is no teacher training, which is an additional, I would say, a responsibility which comes up. So I will start with a demonstration of the platform. I'll give you a quick tour of how typically it looks like, and then you should be able to gauge what typically it looks like. Just a moment. If you have any questions, please make sure you can post it in the chat box too. Let me just quickly log into EdAlive Central. Just a moment. Here you go. I hope everybody can see my screen. A thumbs up will help. So this is EdAlive Central. This is the library. I'm on the dashboard. So I've already logged in. And these are the other, I would say, applications which is available, which is Typing Tournament, Math Invaders, Word Rocks, Volcanic Panic Reading Success, and Bagging the Dragon as well. Now, this, if you see, this is only applicable for the teachers or the administrators or the school management. So this precisely gives you how to, create users, how to add classes, how to add your student and manage your student as well. It has an elaborative, I would say, the school management has been designed in a such a elaborative way, which helps you to actually, not only create those accounts, but also track their progress. So you can actually see what are the students doing, how you are able to manage. Because see, if you are assigning or if you're asking your students to log into a particular tool and not able to track them, it's absolutely useless. So just looking at their progress and managing their progress is also equally additionally helpful. So on the left hand side, these are the options which is there. At the right hand side top, I have my classes, school administrations, etc. So these are the managed classes option in here. So I can kind of add, these are all demonstrative account for you to just have a look how typically it looks like. I will not get into the detail of the administrative portal. That would be a one-on-one session that I would like to, walk you through, because that's a little elaborative one. I'll quickly jump into the spelling force applications, which is the top of the evening. Now, what you see here is a spelling force. On the top, you see tools and reports. It's very, very important because that actually allows you to make the changes, track the reports, and of course, the tools, which are very, very handy for the teachers and the administrators, of course. This is the main dashboard, which actually gives all the information about my classes. These are all classes, and I can add classes from here. And if I go to play now option, I have, this is the particular spelling force dashboard. What you see here are the options, which is the quiz, missions, look, listen, learn. And of course, I can change the accent to English or Indian accent based on my, audiences who would be able to, change it and make it much more simplified for yourself. Now, apart from this, what we have is the elaborative list of learning or changing. And I'll just give you a quick glimpse of what all we have under the built-in spelling list and what we have under the custom spelling list. So basically, custom spelling list allow you to customize it. Say, for example, if I'm a school and I have 5 grades with me, say grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the 5 grades will have different set of books that they're referring to. That can be Marigold, that can be any other NCRT, or say Renan Martin if they're using, for that matter. You can actually add those spellings under the custom spelling list and allocate to the respective classrooms for them to use it. So you're not actually kind of mixing up the spellings in there. In built-in spelling list, we have, as I said, more than 45 thousands of spellings which has been added in here. I will open up one which you can relate to, which is the NCRT one. So, for example, for instances, we have added book one, two, three, four for Marigold and Honeysuckle and Honeycomb as well. Now, these are the few books which are popularly used across India. So, these are the poems, and that we have just kind of added in certain units as well. So, let's see what it says in Unit 8 story, which is The Tiger and the Mosquito. If I click on that, it gives me the exact words which are listed for this particular unit, and I can select the spelling list. So just to, if you see, it immediately changed to Book 1 Marigold Unit 8 story, The Tiger and the Mosquito. Now, every activity that I do, the worksheets that I do, the games that I play would be aligned to this particular topic, this particular lesson. Now, this one additionally, so for example, if you're customizing, it automatically changes to the customized version of it, and you can play the games, missions, quizzes, worksheets, everything aligned to that. Now, I'll just give you a glimpse of how typically the quiz and the missions look like. So this is, it precisely says, let's do some work for the spelling list, NCRT, Book 1, Marigold, Unit 8, The Tiger and the Mosquito. So start, if it is audible, so it says bite.
Malvika, it's not audible.
Yeah, on Zoom, it'll be difficult to share the audio part for this one. Sorry about that. Okay, so basically it just gives me the hint of what the spelling is supposed to be, and I can change, I can hear, I can also change it to hard if I want an easier one. So this is one of the quiz. If I move on, it goes to the mission mode. Then it has the option in here, which I can select a standard mode, challenge mode, and relax mode. So I can select which one to play, which one to start. Now, all these missions are exactly aligned to the lesson and which specifies at the top. So make sure, say for example, if in month of say second week of March you introduce this particular chapter in the classroom, and you want the students to align with all the spellings in a gamified through spelling force. So you really don't have to panic that how would they learn those spellings, how would they get adaptive, or I would say memorize them. It'll be much easier way and method for them to actually help. So this is an extra emergency. This is one of the games that we have. It made me feel dash to see a man hurting the little dog. So it gives me the spelling. Just a moment. Unfortunately, you're not able to hear the sound, so it has all the music and all the background, just to make sure that you're able to gauge and attract and engage the students, which is very important at this moment. This is one of extra emergency. We have major went down. This is another game. Supposed to select. Incorrect. So as soon as I selected the wrong one, it just paused me, not correct, try again. Then I have Magno Beamer, and then we have Launchpad as well. We'll let you know how exactly that you can experience the game all by yourself. We'll let you know. Before that, I would like to showcase a very important feature, which is the worksheet. In India, we all parents are obsessed with worksheets. We want something which is tangible apart from the learning that they're doing in the classes. Now, for example, if you are introducing this as a lab, or if you're running any kind of a, say, these classes at school, and you want to give the handout or the worksheets to the students so they can go back home and they can practice. Here's the worksheet. So now it is now teachers can thank me that you really don't have to curate a worksheet. It is automatically fed in the system, And we are adding a tons of worksheet where the team is rigorously working to improvise every feature of it to make your life simple. Now I can select as an option that I can see the answer, or if I want to hide the answer, I can regenerate. This is the exact story, the tiger and the mosquito. We are still aligned with that. And you just have an option which says print, and you can give the print out to the kids. I hope so far so good. You can keep on typing your questions. We will definitely come back and revisit this if it is required. Now, coming to the tools and reports. Now, it actually gives me, I would say, a very, very simplified method. I have never actually witnessed this ever in my life, wherein I can easily just add or remove any students and add and remove any of the chapters or any of the customized plan. Now, for example, I have created certain test name in here. I can actually add a new option from here. I can select if I want. Now I have this person called, just to go back, Chirag M Test. I have Kamal, I have Shankar, Test Guru. So these are the test accounts that we have created. And you can just kind of add in here or you can showcase. Now, just to go back to the same example. So we were under NCRT, we were under book 1, and we were looking at Stow 8's Tiger and the Mosquito. Let me just assign the same set of spelling to Chirag, and then I can select in here. Just a moment. And I select on next, assign. So if you see here, it'll automatically assign all the NCRT Unit 8. So for example, if I want my particular student to work on that school, or sorry, on that lesson plan, this is the one how I can assign, and I can remove it from all the students. I can make all the customization from the left hand side options. Trust me guys, this is a blessing. This is a blessing wherein you can actually make changes, edit at just a touch of a button. There is nothing else that you have to do. So everything has been done. It is just that you have to add and remove. If I, for example, if I want to animals for Friday, that is one of the chapters that I've added, and this is a customized one, and if I just kind of cross it out, it removes it automatically. It's that simple. And if I want to add students, I have to just put in the first name, last name. It is created. Here are the options which I can see: the spelling list, weekly, daily, and the leaderboards as well. So if I see today's March, I have no activity because it's a test account. Graham, would you like to add anything that I'm missing out on any of the features for Spelling Force?
Well, I think it'd be great, Malabika, to just show some of the teachers how we can create custom lists and
Yes,
just quickly build a custom list. That's one
sure.
of the very powerful features there.
Yes, I'll do it right away. Okay, so this is the option, or this is what Graham is talking about, the custom list. So for example, if you are a teacher who is catering to say grade 1 for that matter, I can go to the custom list spelling, and let me just add few spellings, and I can just say Jan, I can do February, and added a couple of other options in here. The last one, April. So
And
I've added
because that's coming from the bank
yeah.
of 45,000 words, you can put in really hard words like, pick a really hard word as well that you think might not be in the system.
Sure, Graham. I'll make it simpler for the kids. I'm a
Oh,
good
good.
teacher. All right. So I just created a custom spelling list, and I've added the name in here, and I can label it, say, months in here, and I saved it. It just been added here. So custom spelling list months. Now, for example, Shankar is one of my students who is really bad at remembering the name or the spellings of the month. So I can just kind of add in new. I can select from here, or I can, just a moment, I can go back. Let me just select the custom spelling month, and I can assign to all these students, or I can select as the exact person. So Shankar is the student who is not doing okay with this, and I've added this. Yeah, so it is that simple. It is that's, I have just been I have just seen this entire demonstration only once, and I was able to retain this because it's very, very simple for anybody to utilize. I i mean, I personally believe, and of course, when we start actually talking, I would love your inputs as well, that life, nowadays, digitalize, and everything's pretty, pretty complicated. And we want to make sure that everything that we are actually introducing, especially to our kids, is simplified and much, much user friendly. Because that's what the intent is, to make life simpler with certain tools and to learn more, engage more, and focus on the studies rather than the other, noise. So I'll stop sharing and then go back to and continue with the presentation for the evening. Just a moment in here. Okay, so we'll just continue with a couple of more slides, and then we'll open the floor for all the discussions. And I'm sure you have tons of questions for me and for Graham as well. So, coming back to the presentation, which is why school needs spelling force. So you had a glimpse. We didn't went to the detailed nitty gritty of the entire. It's very, very huge, and I would say it's a deep like ocean, wide like ocean to complete it and cover it in an hour's time. It has so much of information, so much of features that you can keep on exploring, and you never get tired. The students will never get tired. Now, what we have is why the schools need spelling force. If you ask me, why would you need spelling force? Now, spelling directly impacts reading, writing, vocabulary. We know it's a very, very critical part of the LSRW. And regardless of whatever background that you're coming from, regardless of whatever grades that you are currently in, this is a very, very important and critical learning. Now we are all very, very used to, autocorrect when we're using our phones, or say, we have a lot of AI which has been added to our systems as well. But I would say learning spellings not only gives you the confidence, not only actually helps you in overall knowing a particular language, but I think it's a very, very critical part of any languages for that matter. Now, what teachers struggle with is mixed ability with the classroom. Obviously, in a batch of say 30 students, typically that's the strength. What we see in India is 30 to 35 students in a classroom. Everybody's ability is completely different. One grasps faster, one is a slow learner. So teachers struggle to how would they, if I would say, balance out the entire pace. So as it is an adaptive learning, that really, really helps to simplify teachers' life. Manual correction workload? Absolutely no. It is autocorrect. You really don't have to sit and manually correct. Of course, if you are giving the worksheets as a handout and you want them to submit it the very next day, that will of course have some kind of a manual engagement there. And of course, students get disengaged and easily. What I for I see and I experience as a parent, and correct me if I'm wrong, students or kids these days, they get bored with something very quickly. They will just one moment they're working on something, the very next moment they want to play, the very next moment they want to watch TV, the very next moment they want to go for swimming. You never know. They get disengaged and distracted very, very fast. So that's the reason spelling force and its different features and missions and the games that we have kind of created is to make sure they are completely engaged, and learning is what our focus is. What a school needs is, of course, a structured progression, a measurable outcomes, which is very, 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 very critical. So before and after, what we love to measure, and of course, minimal teacher effort. I understand the teachers' pain and the kind of effort that they put on a daily basis. After, of course, COVID, a lot of, I would say, process and techniques and strategies and change in every school worldwide. Now, what we have done is for teachers in school benefit. So it's an automated assessment and reports, word by word performance tracking, printable worksheets, reduce correction workload, and fit seamlessly to ICT and English periods. This is why the schools adapt quickly. So once you actually start experiencing it yourself, you will understand how easy, how user friendly it is. Now, for an ID admin and IT perspective, I'm sure the resellers, distributors, or the school management people who have joined in today, how would you implement? Okay, we have to install a software. We have a lot of things that is going in your mind. What kind of cost that will involve? No, there is no additional, I would say, activities, or I would say IT expenses that you have to IT infrastructure which is required. So it's a web-based. It's a single sign-on with EdAlive Central. Wherever you are from across the globe, you have to just go on EdAlive Central and sign in with your username and password. So one login for all EdAlive apps. And of course, it is compatible with Windows, Mac, Chromebooks, tablet, modern browsers. There's no installation which is required, and it is completely web-based. So there is no problem if there's a, if it's a bug or any kind of issue in a particular thing, you can still continue playing and engage your students with the same one. Now, as a next step, if you're interested, if you want to implement Spelling Force, if you want to implement EdAlive in your school, we would love to have a one-on-one candid conversation, understand and help addressing the questions or queries or the apprehensions that you have. So to schedule this, please scan the QR code and you can get a complete demo and you can start your journey. So I would request all of you to start using the QR code and complete the rest of the process to move on. And of course, good news is all the people who have been a part of this evening and listening to me patiently and how you can actually benefit out of it is, of course, you get a certificate of participation from EdAlive, which is, of course, powered by EdAlive. And what you get is, of course, you can fill in the form, which would be in the chat box at the moment, and you should be fill that out and you can receive your certificate. Now I open the floor for all the questions, clarifications, partnership discussion. And I have Graham with me, the man himself, who would also, would love to address if you have any queries, how would like you to implement and how you want to associate with us. So now I open the floor.
Malavika, yeah,
Yes.
can we please have that screen again because it was quite quick.
Okay, let me go back. So let me just keep sharing and maybe you can start typing in your chats and unmute you, ma'am. Will we receive the feedback instantly or will it take? Jyoti, just give me 1 second and I should be able to answer the questions for you. Just a moment in here. Here you go. I request, I'll give it a minute wherein all of you can scan the QR code and you should be able to connect with us. And Jyoti, just a minute, I'll take the questions for you in a minute's time. Interim, all of you who are interested, who are looking to partner, who wants to know more how you can implement in your school, and of course, if you're a reseller, how you can partner with us. If you're a teacher, how you can actually help your student to learn more. Please do scan the QR code, and it will help us to connect with you for answering all the questions, and of course, it gives you all the certification as well.
The link is also in the chat, so
Yeah,
people can actually
use the link as well. Okay, I'll keep it open just a moment, and then we can go back to the Q&A session. All right, then. So now the floor is open. We have enabled you to unmute yourself, ask your questions, clear all your doubts, and would love to address this. All right, so let me start looking at the chat box, starting. Okay. Phonics instructor. Wow, okay. Right. Yamini Pathway School. Hope Shakti Yamini was able to log in. I'm sorry, now I can see the chat box and there are tons of chats in there for me to address. All right, so it will be yes. To answer your question, Shobha, and to all of you, yes, the certificate would be given for attending the meeting. Pooja has a question, is confusing English word with regional language words? Absolutely, completely understand. Okay, participation, kindly give Katie. Okay, does it cater Hindi spellings too? No, Shikha, unfortunately, no. We're sticking to English for now. And that can be a good idea. We can implement Hindi in the future, but as for now, we'll stick to English. Okay. Yes, it is NCRT aligned. Yes, that's right. Just a moment. First, we need to sign in, right? Yes, Siddharth, we need to sign in and then you should be able to access it. Ma'am, do we receive this feedback instantly or will it take time. Jyoti, if you would like to unmute and ask exactly what you mean by feedback, are you talking about the platform, or what exactly you mean? Or if you are, you can type in the questions too. Can we directly log in from the school system? Yes, exactly, you can directly log in from the school system. You really don't need to install any kind of a software, additional software. So it's just a web based. All you have to go to, say, Google, or you can just go to any of your web browser and type in EdAlive Central, and you should be able to log in.
That may mean that they
Yes.
have a system that they want to be able to log in directly from into Spelling Force as well, and there are single sign-on options as well if it's a sophisticated setup. So that may not be quite the right answer, Malabika.
Yes, absolutely correct.
But yes, there are sophisticated single sign-on options available. We use Microsoft Federation and SAML and so on for those of you who would be interested in that.
Absolutely. Thanks for that, Graham. So will it increase screen time of students if this type of questions came then? Honestly, all of you teachers, educators, edupreneurs who are part of this call, do you think it is possible to keep the students or the kids away from screen time today? It is technically not possible, because now even the homeworks and everything is assigned on Google Classroom. So what we want is that every time, every minute the student is spending on screen, it should be a positive screen time. Okay, although it's a very English, I would say it's a new word, but I think what we want is the kids to learn something in a fun, interactive method using a lot of gamification, and also they're not getting stressed out to actually use, a boring method of pen and paper. Everything is fading out, everything is changing. We are in the world of AI and a lot of automations and robots. We want the kids to be advanced using all kind of technology and get exposure to that. I hope that answers your question. I want to use now. Thank you so much, Amanpreet. You can. I will tell you how exactly that you can do that. Why some words are mispronounced. Okay. I joined late. What should I do? I have somebody asking a question. First, sign in, ma'am. Yeah, Manpreet, you can just go to EdAlive. We will tell you the steps of what you can do. Or also, if you're just filled out the link and everything, we'll guide you step by step what exactly that has to be done. Okay, we do have Bindu. The good news is we do have a mathematics as well. That is Math Invaders. If time permits, I'll show you a quick glimpse of that as well. We do have maths as well. Where do I sign in? I'm not able to. You will get the certificate. Please be patient. We just need 24 hours to send across it to you. Should we share the official link if possible to sign in? Ma'am, how to use it and get certificates. All right. We'll Thank you so much, Amanpreet, for those kind words. Right. So I open the floor. Please feel free to unmute yourself, ask any technical questions that you have of how to implement or what is the results, what you see, and how you're going to experience it. So please do unmute and ask the questions that you have. Now you should be able to unmute, or if you're uncomfortable, you can type in the chat. Yes, Amanpreet. Go on.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Please tell me.
Um, I'm a senior secondary teacher, and I just get really impressed by this session. And you explain a lot of things, a lot of word spelling games. Really, this is now modern world, so every student wants their teacher to be fully internet. Matlab they use the English, or they use every matlab interactive things to interact with their students. So I'm
Yes.
really impressed by your session. So please, can you explain me little bit how to use these and games, or instruct any, like I'm working in a school, so I can instruct to other teachers how they can use it. Matlab, we have to just go to the this website, then we can log in the school.
Yes, I'll show you how to do that. Just to answer all your questions, I'll quickly share my screen and show you how simple it is. So we have, for India precisely, we have a 7 days trial period. And I want all of you, if you are interested to, kind of by yourself. The more you play, the more you have a clarity of how to use it, what to use it, what features that might help you to actually upscale your current offering. Now, I'm on edalive.com, edalive central. I'll just also share the link with you on the chat box. As soon as you go that, and you can just go to the option app library. Let me just log out because I've already logged in here. So as soon as you just kind of log in, okay, you have an option of register and login. So you click on the option register. I'm repeating myself, so you can go to central.edalive.com and
So,
to
excuse me, Malabika, I actually put a link in the chat. It's best if they go to spellingforce.com/go. That's the best place to go to start a trial
perfect.
for Spelling Force. But they'll come through to this same screen eventually. So if you pick that up and go on from there, that's the
Sure.
better place to go.
Absolutely, absolutely. So anybody who is interested to explore the other options of other applications as well, or if you are want to stick to spelling force, you can use any of the link there. Go to the option register and please select the teacher account. I'm repeating myself, please select the teacher account, not the personal, not the parent account. You select as a teacher, so it gives you an elaborate information. It's for a school use, manage one or more classes, set content, view student progress. The reason I'm asking you to select this, because it will give you a much more functions and options added in there for you to actually experience it by yourself. So you can just log in, play, experience every part of the features. It's very, very, very simple to create an account for you, but it just activates or stays active for the next 7 days. If you want to reactivate it, please get in touch with me. I'll put in my details, my contact details as well, or we will reach out to you any which ways. And you have to put in your first name, last name. You can select the country. You can put in the email address. Now, this is the email address which will receive the activation code. So make sure the email address that you are using is a valid one. You can put a password, you can confirm, and you can continue. Or if you can just directly go and register with Google. As soon as you're done, if you land up on the dashboard of EdAlive, it is that simple. So all of you who have joined in and who wants to experience and know how to use it, please use these steps. And I will also quickly take you to Math Invaders while we are actually on the platform. So answering to your question, what we have for maths. So precisely for mathematics, we have Math Invaders and we have Bagging the Dragon. Bagging the Dragon is, I will get into the Math Invaders, just a moment. Okay, so this is Math Invaders, and I'm on the dashboard. Typically, this is the same demonstrative account that I have kind of added in here. I'll quickly give you a tour of how typically Math Invaders look like. Now, this also has an option of printed worksheets. I know that a lot of you will come back to me and ask, there is no worksheets there's no after school homework that we can give, or how can we justify. There are a lot of questions, and I'm sure that you foresee and that I get on a daily basis. So I'm emphasizing on that it also has printable worksheet options. And this is Space Rescue. We have Galactic Campaign. We have Math Invaders and Adaptive Learning. Yes, these are the options in here. Just to give you a quick glimpse of the Math Invaders. Although Spelling Force is talk of the town at the moment, so we'll just give you a quick one in here. So again, it is applicable to say grade 1 to say grade 10. But 10 typically, obviously, they are more focused on boards, etc. So we do not want to disturb that bit of students. So you can implement it till grade 9 as well. Now, this one has I will just showcase in a while what are the content which is there, which is very, very, very interesting and critical for you to know. So we have covered everything from basic to intermediate to advanced level, starting from as simple as say from 1, 2, 3, 4 to fractions, decimals. We have covered it all. So I'll just quickly go to the menu option. This is the game I will not get into. So obviously, once you create your account, you should be able to experience the game all by yourself. Let me just quickly show you the topics that we have covered. It's a wide range. Yes, Graham, you wanted to add something?
I was going to say it's best to show them the Maths Invaders game on a simple, but that's okay. You do it this way, it's fine.
All right. Okay. Okay, Graham. Thanks. Okay, so these are, if you see, I'm sure you will have these questions. What are topics which has been covered in Math Invaders? So if you see the levels that you can select in here, so it actually goes from, the difficulty levels actually increases from counting, addition, subtractions to extensions, fractions, decimals, percentage, square roots, direct numbers, powers. So if I can select the level in here, so basically I can select this one. So it gives me what are the outcomes, and the digits and the numbers, everything is added there elaboratively. So it can go to an extreme level of difficulty to make sure the students, and it's as interactive as spelling force, wherein you can actually engage the students using the same games, and of course printable worksheets being, one of the critical thing. Okay, let me come back to the Q&A. The time is running out, so uh, thank you so much, Amanpreet. You've been really kind enough. Thank you so much, Bindu. How is EdAlive different from other learning platforms like Kahoot and Seesaw? Thank you so much, Shalja. I think I never had, uh, I would say, a chance to actually experience Kahoot and Seesaw by myself. I had a glimpse of a rough idea about it. But EdAlive is, I think, one of the most advanced adaptive learning platform that I have experienced, and I've used it for myself or my kids. Now, the reason it is much more suitable to, especially to the Indian audiences, because of the one of the most important feature, which is customization. As a teacher, you can decide, as an educator, you can decide what your kids or what your student will learn. So I think that is what Kahoot lacks, and I don't think that is something which is there, available for Seesaw as well, although I will definitely go back and revisit this. um, Coming back to any more questions, do we need subscription? Yes, it's an annual subscription. It's a, as soon as you sign up, it's an annual subscription. Free trial link is not working. Rashni, can you? I'm not sure which trial that you're looking at. Um, just to go back. Do we need any math resources for nursery and kindergarteners in Math Invaders? You can use it for nursery students, but only I think the numbers and the counting part of it. So absolute basic that you can actually use it. What is the cost? That's a very, very interesting question. And thank you, Amanpreet, for bringing that question. Now, it depends who you are. So if you are a teacher, you're an educator that you are looking to, implement only for your respective students, it's a different cost, it's a different pricing. If you're looking to implement it for your entire school, it is a heavy discounted price that the school can implement. And as free trial is available to all, anybody can go and log into the free trial. There's no restrictions of the free trial that you want to enable to. Graham has given the link. Please, please, please click on the link and you can use it and experience it as well. Certificates, teachers, educators asking time and again about the certificates. So as soon as you fill in the details, we will send out the certificates in 24 working hours. So we cannot just send it out immediately. We just need some time. Thank you so much for that. Um, okay, repeated asking for remarks. Okay, just a moment. Any more questions that you have? So for pricing for the commercials, let's connect on one-on-one, because it is, I can say it's very, very affordable. It is suitable to all kind of, people. So you'll be surprised, although I didn't want it to, but as you're emphasizing on this, actually you can actually use the link which Graham just shared. You can put in any name of your school or any details in there. Uh, okay, thank you so much. Okay, so the pricing, what you're looking at when it is a B2B. So for example, if you want to use it for yourself or if you want to use it for your entire school, so we have different pricing for a single app usage and all applications usage. But I can tell you it is very, very affordable. It is something that not a single parent will actually come back and complain about the pricing. It is so pocket friendly, and I would say Graham have been kind enough to launch it at affordable pricing at India, because the idea to have such product in India is not only, kids getting access to a international level of product and services, but also make it as user friendly as pocket friendly for the parents as well, wherein you do not have any issues complaining about the products in there. Any more questions that I can answer for you this evening? Trial link. I'll just paste in the trial link one more time. Thank you so much, ma'am. What is the procedure to take the product? Shivani, you have to just fill in the form, and you can just, kind of, uh, me or one of my team members will reach out to you and help you to take the product, Shabana. Okay. I've just typed in the EdLife Central as well. Thank you so much. Just give me 1 second in here. If you have any questions, you can also email me. I'm just putting my email address. Any more questions, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask those questions. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Graham. That was really, really kind of you. Thank you. Where should I fill to get the details for certificate? Ayan, yeah, sorry, go on. Anybody saying anything? Ayan, can you just share the link one more time? I think people are not able to select anything. Just a moment. Sher, you have any questions? You tried unmuting yourself, or it was your kid who unmuted? Any more questions that I can help you answer? Anything precisely, any information that can be seen, or if you want to experience it for personal use, ma'am, how much that cost for English? We do not give one IDs. It's typically for collectively, say, bare minimum of 20 students that you have. But yes, Amanpreet, I'll definitely get back to you with the pricing and everything. Yeah, yeah. Any more questions that you have? I would love to answer. We have Graham who can also help you to answer if any technical questions that you have, if it is too technical for me to answer those. All right. And can you just type in the link one more time if people have missed out to fill in the form? And I will quickly reshare my screen with the QR code just in case if you're missed out on that. Just a moment. Here you go. So just sharing this scanner. So please do scan, and definitely I or any of my team members would reach out to you as early as possible to have a detailed discussion about EdAlive. And also, I mean, it will be great. You can actually, log in by yourself. The reason that we insist that you create your ID yourself, because we want you to experience the interface. When I say that it is easy, it is simple, it is user friendly, you will not experience it until unless you go ahead and do it. Once you do it and use all the 6 applications, all of them, and one by one might suit your need, one might not. So Spelling Force being, of course, one of the, I would say, a hero product for us, because all the parents and all the partners that have been associated and we have onboarded, Spelling Force is a must have in their entire portfolio. Apart from that, some have chose Math Invaders, some has chose Word Rocks, some. So everybody has their own sort of need and the kind of students that you're catering to, so they keep on changing that. But again, based on your audiences, your student that you are currently teaching, and what kind of feedback, what kind of requirement, you are a best judge to come back and say that this is what I want to implement in your school, or this is what I want to implement with my students. So please scan, and then we can get back in. All right, so we are about to end the session. So last one question for the evening. We are up for it. So anything that you would like to you want to ask, Yes, thank you, Graham. Thank you for putting that down. So this is very, very interesting. I completely missed out on this. So there's an extensive help material which is actually there under help.edalive.com. The reason we have put in it to make sure that you're self-enabled, you're able to actually tackle all the technical questions on how to do this and what to do this. They will have a question mark at the top. So everything has a detailed meaning and indication to it. And the reason we have done it to make sure that it is a self-enabled tool for the teachers, less dependency. If you're a reseller, distributor, school owner, you're running a preschool, you're running a K-12 school, you are an after-school center, you are into say any kind of activity centers that you're running. So you're self-enabled and you're strong enough to actually make sure and tackle all the questions and the answers that the student needs at that point of time. So, any more questions that I can help you with this evening before we can sign off for the evening? All right, all right. I don't think any more questions coming in there. So, anybody has anything as a feedback? Definitely do write into us. Anything that you would like to see, any kind of more, features that you want us to explain. If you want us to emphasize on a particular, games, we will try to, customize and design that for the next, Nortrol training as well. Thank you so much, Bindu. Thank you, everyone, for being there, very, very patiently listening to us, very, very patiently understanding about the product. Thank you so much for your valuable time. It really, really means a lot. And of course, we will connect you as soon as possible. And thank you so much, Amrita. Sincerely thanking the valuable webinar. Thank you so much. We would love to see you very soon. We'll love to connect with you. Thank you so much, Shabna. Thank you, Shabana. Amanpreet. Thank you so much. We'll connect with you very, very soon, and we'll take, or rather, we'll customize the queries, the questions that you have on there.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Thanks a ton, Graham. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I know it's already late evening. Thank you, everybody, for being such a wonderful audience this evening. Thank you so much. Yes, Shweta, we would wait to help English teachers for more topics, tricks, and teaching. Of course, Shweta. English teachers, yes. There are a lot of things for the English teachers, Shweta. If you have filled out the form, we'll definitely reach out to you as soon as possible and tell you the other features, like word rocks. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll be signing off for the evening. Until we see you next time, have a lovely evening. Take care of yourself. Have a cup of tea, coffee, sip in and think through, and we shall connect very soon. Thank you so much. Thanks a ton, Graham. Thank you, Ayan. Thanks, Vivek, for arranging. Thank you, Rohit.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Yeah.
Thanks, Graham.
Well done. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.